Nothing but the fading light.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Told you we'd be back. We're in for another night here of ESL Challenger League, taken out to the B stream. As many thousands of B streams have said, it stands for the best stream. I'm fine, joined by Cole X and Rick Henry. What's good, Cole?
I'm looking forward to today. Hear more action at ECL. We're closing out the season in an exciting fashion as well here. Of course, we're seeing some really strong teams. We had a great night yesterday as well. I mean, it definitely was the match to watch when it comes to the competitiveness, when it comes to the standings as well, when it determines who's going to be moving forward. We saw PA kind of take a big win to start to establish themselves a little bit more.
Yeah, that was really awesome to see. We can see the progression of these teams through this format. Season 46 bringing some new changes to how this tournament is structured. So let's get a quick recap of how this tournament, pans out. It's been going for about 3 months at this point. Longer season, more time to develop as a team, and more chances as well, as we have 10 teams who can make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's very exciting here. Again, a lot of opportunities for these rosters, a lot of opportunities to lock in some playoff positions here. And when it comes to like some of these move-up rosters that you would think are going to be entering into some tough territory, they've been improving on some results. They've been showing some good form. And it's going to shake things up a little bit, I feel like. I think we're going to see some surprises this season when it comes to how playoffs is going to shape up. So really looking forward to seeing that. looking forward to seeing what the standings are going to look like here. And again, that'll all be determined within the end of this month. We'll get those quick looks as to how teams are going to be shaping up here in this playoff performance, or if they're going to be heading into that relegation tournament.
Oh yeah, it's the relegation tournament, but the two teams that we are looking at here tonight probably not going to be heading down there. Let's take a look at the overall standings that we've got going down tonight, because we're taking two teams who are heading closer and closer to the top of the standings. Take Flyte have had an excellent run of form to lead off their season, but they're playing against probably their toughest competition yet tonight against Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, this remainder of the season is not going to be easy. You look at the rest of this lineup here, and what you hit the nail on the head there. This season has been incredible for these guys. The tail end of EG, M80, and Party Astronauts back-to-back is not going to be that fun here. They're going to have to really continue to improve on that performance here, continue to show up in that depth. And again, they've done a lot of the hard work here. If they can show some good results versus the top dogs in this season so far, that's where they can really prove themselves. So tonight is going to be a golden opportunity for Take Flyte to show that this season here is really deserving.
Yeah, this is going to be a game, an op duel game. You're playing the best opper on the North American continent versus Junior. Wait, that's right. Kojimo is the highest rated opper in all of North America right now, if you take away from the fact that he's kind of played, some of the lower teams here in ECL. I'm not going to go ahead and say that he's been, dropping M80, but maybe he will in the next couple of days. We'll have to find out, as Take Flyte will have to run the rest of their season in this oncoming month. We'll see if they can hold up to the standard that they've set. But truly, a 6-3 record, nothing to slouch about there for Take Flyte. We'll see if they can continue it against Evil Geniuses. It's a tough opponent, not gonna lie.
I mean, honestly, I was so impressed with his performance. I was looking through, and it is through a lot of games, right? He's dropping this performance consistently, and I mean, nothing but impressed with what he's been able to do so far this season. He's definitely going to be the spear here if he is going to put his team across the finish line versus some of these top dogs, or even just show, again, a good result here. But like you said, it is versus Junior, and Junior also very talented. When it comes to taking on some of these ECL teams, it's his domain. We've seen him perform so incredibly well here on this roster. So looking forward to seeing if that can continue here, because that is going to be a fun head-to-head to watch those two battle out. A player that's really confident right now in the season so far, and then Junior on the other side of things, who has just played so consistently good in ECL.
Yeah, I know Kojima always talks about the amount of hard work that he's putting in as an AWP player. He's always been trying to put in the hours to really step up here for North American Counter-Strike over these past couple of years, and maybe this is his breakout season. Honestly, hasn't had many opportunities in ECL to run a full season, so it's really awesome to see. Currently sitting at a 1.3 rating across the past 3 months, and well, he's gonna have to face off against probably. I mean, the memes can definitely be told about Junior and versus ECL teams, and and Junior versus everyone else, I gotta say. But if Kojimo can at least hold his own, that would be an impressive feat. I'm really looking forward to see if Take Flyte can actually, live up to the hype.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of furthering a little bit more information, because I have talked with Kojimo. This was before he headed off to Romania to play in the international or national competition. IESF, yeah, that's the one. Pretty sick to see him get that experience and then come back from that and really take that to heart there. He said, also talking about this new lineup, that his IGL, his leader in MDS, has taught him a lot here. It's given him a lot of insight on how to build a roster, how to really perform here in ECL, and I think that he's also given that experience to the rest of his roster, being one of the more experienced players on this team alongside it. So it's cool to see him talk about the back and forth, talk about Take Flyte, especially as an up-and-coming roster, and to see this team succeed. I honestly, out of the gates of this season here, was not sure what these guys would be able to do, and so far they've beat a lot of teams that maybe they would struggle against if they weren't able to wield some of that firepower.
Yeah, I actually want to talk a little bit about him as a player, because this guy is an entry fragging machine. He doesn't necessarily put up the high stats overall, but he is so responsible. He's a massive, hugely impactful player for Take Flight, is all I got to say. So we'll be looking out for those big moments from this player. Of course, if he can keep doing it against Evil Genius, if he can still find the same frag, the same impact, that's going to be a lot for the IGL on up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the vetoes here between our two squads, because let's see if Kojimo can thrive against Junior on these maps we have in front of us.
Ancient's going to be out of the gates there. I feel like there's not too big surprises of the bans just getting rid of the permas, but Ancient out of the gates, I feel like it's always been a strong suit for EG. So this is going to be, you know, Take Flight playing into their confidence here. They're going to have to really show some depth, because this isn't like a clear punish pick. You don't have a lot of weakness when it comes to playing into this map of Ancient versus EG. And so that's where you have to play to your strengths. That's where you have to come through with those nice new and developed game plans there, where the CT side can maybe take a little bit more effective control. We've seen, I would say, like Badass do that pretty well, or at least punish the lack of that presence yesterday when PA was starting things off. We saw them get off to a fiery start. So putting that as a big win condition here for Take Flight on their Ancient is just to start off with a little bit of strength there in the early stages.
Yeah, I think Ancient has to be it, and I mean it's Kojimo's best map in his wheelhouse. So I mean, you know, take it or leave it. This guy needs to perform, and he's been set up to perform.
Yeah.
With the veto in front of us, Inferno if we need it. But I also want to talk about, you know, EG's last night's performance. Let's just say that EG, they've been in the columns, the news lately, and I think for most people who've been following Counter-Strike, they all know about it. But they took that news day that all dropped, and they went ahead and handed 13 twos back to back to Rocket to show how much that mattered to them. So I would be terrified here tonight of the form that EG is in.
Yeah, I mean, that sort of resiliency is definitely impressive. I feel like you said, a lot of teams can come through and be kind of shaken by the uncertainty of their situation right now. But that wasn't the case last night at all. It was a very quick match. We were watching that, and they were over, I think, before we even like started our second map. Pretty close to it. Like that was just an absolute speed run from them last night. I feel like this roster as well on Rocket has some like really good mechanical players. Like they got Droid. They've got players like, I mean, Nero, who does have some of that experience in ECL. There was just no resistance, no fight put up by this team. And so the fact that EG was able to do that is a huge confidence builder, because they're going up against, you know, another lesser experienced roster. So this is just another chance for them to assert their dominance and continue the season in their favor.
Yeah, it also doesn't add to that if there have been other teams who have been claimed by EG's Warpath. They have a 13-1 on Ancient logged against Badass just a couple nights ago as well. Like, EG's form right now is terrifying, and they're just taking it in blowouts. They're not letting off the gas. They show no mercy against any of these teams here in ESL Challenger League. And if you want to maintain the hype here, Take Flight, you can't suffer the same fate as those previous teams. Yeah, they had a 13-2 against Rocket on Ancient, and then a 13-1 follow-up. And it was funny, because Rocket got the pistol in the conversion, and then 13 rounds straight to close it down.
Oh my god.
That's brutal.
Yeah, that's going to, again, just build a lot of confidence heading into this matchup tonight for them. We talked a little bit about the strength that Take Flight have come through, but they're definitely going to have to earn this respect here out of the gates, I feel like. They're going to have to prove themselves, because right now, like you said, it's a bit of a warpath here for EG. The teams that they've been tested by have been like the move-up rosters, some of the newer faces to ECO. And it hasn't been trouble for them to dispatch of them. They haven't been losing maps all that often. So with that being said, right, you're going to see this roster come through. They're going to immediately have to demand respect. And you know, that again, could be a quick test as to whether or not this team's going to succeed versus the top dogs.
Yeah, EG is on the warpath. But Take Flight, they're on a 5-match win streak here in ECL, and with Kojimo absolutely tearing up the scene, can they put a stop to EG's bloodlust? We'll see, but first we have to wait for a break, and when we come back, we'll be right into game for tonight's ECL match. Be back in and so ancient. So, take Flight. It is their best map. It is Kojomo's best map. But can they handle EG, who have left their last two opponents at 2 or less rounds? I'm sure Take Flight can do better, but how much better? I'm fine, Drummer Collects McHenry. Let's take this one away, as Take Flight are going to be taken off to Cave.
Ooh, or maybe mid here. They're going a long way around to try and just pack unit this A play here, but they're going to walk into a bit of an A stack, and that's your util drop to the ground right there without aggression, and there's much more waiting around the corner.
Yeah, the 2 players coming back into A main, 3 players holding this cross, but it's down to the kills. These pistol rounds. Sandman will open up the first, but George gets another one in, weaving the kills between. Sandman a third on the round. Oh my goodness. He dealt a heck of a lot of damage down on there on the A site. It gives time for Kojomo to at least get a rotate and a bomb plant, though, on this pistol.
Here we go, Kojomo in the 1v2. I said he had to establish himself, force a little bit of respect on his name heading into this head-to-head right now. He's got it on paper already, but establishing it in the server on the pistol round would be a statement to start things off. He's already given them a bomb plant here, but he's got to close it out in the 1v2. There's a kit, or rather a smoke on Junior. There is no kit, actually, so he's buying a lot of time right now, and he's repositioned pretty well.
Yeah, but you can see that Evil Geniuses know that they're going to start moving quickly, and George hits all the shots. 4K on the round for him, and the defuse for EG with the pistol.
Very easy right there from George. Set up in a prime position to open things up right there. They find that first pick. There's a utility set gone, and if it wasn't for Sandman delivering that fight on the rotations over towards CT and a quick trade onto the A site right there, could have gone very sour for EG. Sandman pulling things back a little bit, gives Take Flight a chance at the very least. That bomb plant is nice to look at. Investments immediately out of the gates, so good purchasing coming through from them.
Yeah, Sandman leaving me a little speechless there on the A side. He just ran through CT spawn and collected 3 kills. Just unfortunate, no conversion off the back of that. Bomb plant, though, of course, very impactful, as we're just going to be seeing. This has become more commonplace in first gun rounds. A lot of teams saw Badass Gaming completely run it yesterday against Party Astronauts straight through A main. George on the hold, though. The off angle being taken. The AUG in play. Oh, but you got to get your gun out if you want to take some targets down, and he certainly does. That's an excellent first and a ton of damage on Sandman. He can get the finisher at any moment, but it'll be MDS to trade one back, and Junior will scamper through the smoke and steal one. Walco as well, sticking around. The Evil Geniuses will not allow another bomb plant here. Zayler, only one here remaining on the site, and with Sandman so low, the chances dwindle.
Yeah, flank being covered right there. Not catching Hex off guard like that. Automatic looking to close the distance as well on this maxed in. The chase is in, and Zayler can't get that flash off in time. Can't find safety. So not a bad little execute right there. What I felt like what's key for Evil Geniuses was the reaction to that. As soon as you feel a little bit of heat from George, as soon as he feels the pressure, he just tucks in the back of default. He gets so much supportive flashes coming through from CT spawn. Constantly tossing down flashes, constantly buying time for George to just stay alive. He took another fight, he did die, but by that time I felt like EG had already rotated over. Everyone was there, they had the extra help. And Take Flight unable to pull that one across the line here. We got 4 Deagles in the purchase though.
I mean, still can stay dangerous with the hand cannon. Automatic, however, just has a couple low HP targets to deal with in the flying MP9s. I think a dink landed there by Kojoma at the end of the day, but nothing much to be said here for Take Flight. We're looking at a good one for EG, as they're staring at 3-0. This first gun round is going to say a lot. Is it just going to be, you know, the steamroller here for Evil Geniuses, as it has been so many of these ancient games? Again, I'll read off the stat. Last 2 opponents have been limited to 2 or less rounds here.
That's just always scary when you're going up against a team like that. And also out of the gates, we're seeing EG keep that style of a pretty suffocating bit of aggression here. I feel like that is all the more important when you talk about Ancient as well. If you don't let these players take the first phase of map control here, if you're not able to get past the doors on B ramp or get out middle on elbow towards mid, you're not going to be winning rounds. It's going to be very difficult to wait behind the utility and let EG establish all this control. So again, I feel like that win condition remains the same here of Take Flight being able to force some respect here. Being able to take some ground early on in these rounds here. If EG keep getting away with this, it'll become a bit of a problem early.
And we're gonna see Dave fly through out middle. Automatic is prepared for the fight. He's doing a good job, but a bad team flash. Walco, though, is gonna back it up with a triple kill. Lines up 2, and then the third bottom mid. Still has got ammo in the gun. Now we'll take the time to reload, but by that point, the round's basically over.
Oh my
Walco
God.
gets himself a 4. He runs through the whole team.
Automatic was sent into the wolves right there as a distraction for Walco to swing. He wants his ace here. Might get it, not quite. This requires one more trade. George will take that one. Beautiful round for Walco. What a recovery right there. Off, massively awkward start. Huge misplay and some sort of communication error right there. Automatic going forward. That flash just sent right to the smoke from his teammate. He got full whited by that. But Walco recovers. Walco saves him. He bails him out of that 4v5 and gives him a quick reminder that he can step up in the server too.
Yeah, it just shows a bit of disrespect here from Evil Geniuses. Like, certain risk there from Walco, but he hears both players run past. He knows there's a smoke covering his back, so he says, okay, let's fight. But now the Take Flight are going to do the exact same to Walco. They're going to bring some disrespect to the table, and Junior and Hex could be out of position, but Hex readjusts. Ready for the next player towards the ramp as well, but Junior can't handle the spray. Kojomo, long range with the Tech 9, but Automatic will put an end to that. Flying through the smoke, hoping for the bomb plant, is all that Take Flight can get out of this one. Might be granted it, as Sandman hits him with the swing. And Zaylor up close with a Tech 9. It's turned around. It's a 1v2 for George.
Oh, that perfect push and pull of the contact right there. They don't take any further space, though. So they're not going to peek towards CT. He's not going to give his life back here. George coming through on the opposite side of the map here. Early fight given. Sandman just going to win it straight up. And then what a robbery of a round right there. In a 3v2 with low HP, they're able to pull things back.
That is incredible, Sandman. Really on point tonight. The shoulder peaks that he's been hitting. Individually speaking, he is keeping pace with Evil Geniuses. Also, great positioning from Zaylor, as he's able to handle the players in long. Holding off on the cross, he takes an off angle that Easy just simply aren't prepared for. A missed smoke backing that one up as well. Take Flight. Already things looking good. As Walco again stepping forward, again brawling. Will take the kill and the AK.
That is fiery fights here. I mean, Walco just keeping his game plan consistent. It's a neat little flash there to toss in towards ramp. Offer up some support from a distance here. Zeller. Ooh, gets a little jiggle. Not spotted, I don't think. They rotate heavily off of the site here. That smoke is so very deep. And it might just encourage them to pop through that once you throw that smoke. You know, one flashbang, and they're in the site at that point.
Oh, but a great jump up in the mid round from George. Re-clearing middle here from Evil Genius. They will not sit on their hands. They will take the space back. Hex, however, was the only defender, and he gets traded out 1-for-1. George's going to make a play, though, and running right through double dink to the first and the next. George looking precise as ever. EG bounce back.
Good support flashes coming through there from Junior as well. Caught both players, both flashes perfectly played out to help George out in the late round. Again, that's more support here coming through from Evil Geniuses. So rapid on those rotations here, so quick on their plays. They do not hesitate at all. Take Flight. Still locked in at one round. Like you said, though, we have some good performances. Sandman playing very well from the pistol. The first bounce is able to succeed. We got Kojomo back with an AWP here. Gonna meet Junior head-to-head here. This is the talk of the town right now.
Just sticks underneath the scope.
Oh.
In the meantime, Kojomo gets him angled into the site, and Hex turns just as the flash pops, and Junior can't cut the cross. However, Walco inside of Cave has just been an absolute menace. Oh, Molly even tossed in towards the back of the site. George continuing to frag up, and As soon as things start going right for Take Flight, Walco has something to say, looking for the triple, but could not convert. Sailor with the coverage. It's a 2v3, still a playable round here for Take Flight. But Junior still present, but allowed for the cross. Kojimo makes his way back in towards B ramp and dodges out on the op, but Junior, now Kojimo in for a clutch, a 1v3.
Ooh, that smoke's not going to help him out here. He can't play off the gap of it, though. Misses his chance. Big whiff there and follow up there. George going to claim this prize. So, yeah, tough 1v3. How to connect in those early shots, right? If you find that first kill, put it into an early 1v2, those post plants. We were talking about it yesterday with Pone Alone, where he was really struggling in those late round situations. To land those op shots in the post plant to give yourself some grace, to give yourself some ground to work with right there. But once you miss it, you give up your position. You give up the little play that you had on the gap of the smoke, and you know everyone's covering at the end of that.
Yeah. You know, opportunities there for Kojomo on the post, but the hype, maybe it's not all there. We'll give him a couple more rounds, but right now it's 6-1. The stat still holds. Evil Geniuses on Ancient right now have been on the warpath. Yeah, despite Kojima not necessarily, you know, delivering the 1v3 against Evil Geniuses, not necessarily because it's expected. But there are other lights here on Take Flight. We were talking about Sandman and his excellent start. Like, there are still moments for this Take Flight squad, so I trust that they can at least put together a solid enough half. They have a bye in this one.
Yeah, those constant bomb planets and a loss bonus will afford you that much, which is quite nice. We'll see what they can do. Bring some of that life here. They have been finding some good ground, I feel like. Now they're doing a decent job of forcing it back, I'll say, but Walco here has been a huge difference maker in some of these rounds here. When things start to go wrong over towards that B side of things, on the anchoring, a quick recovery made, and all of a sudden, Walco's in your face. He's finding kills, he's finding responses. So,
yeah, Walco's just been an absolute fiend inside of Cave right now, always taking the opening fight at the moment. It's honestly such a development as a player. He was even doing this in EU, where he's not afraid to take duels and leverage his individual ability sometimes. Last thing you expect from what used to be kind of like a middle fragging IGL, now he's taking the reins. And I think over the course of like us casting him for the last, you know, couple years or so, he's had a couple games where they're just Walco games, where suddenly he's just at the 30 bomb mark.
yeah.
And it's with those kind of rounds.
He said very early on in his IGLing career, this is all the way back when G-Man Chu left the roster, that he didn't want to ever be IGL that caused his team, you know, to lose in terms of fragging, right? He doesn't want to be behind the pack there, and like you said, sometimes he does have those games. I mean, did it versus G2, so he can do it versus anybody. Okay. That little bounce on the AG right there, that landed right on their head, and then the molly to follow it up. That's devastating.
He doesn't stop. He doesn't know when to stop. There's his second. A flashbang. Oh, he's back turned here to MDS. But he won't escape Junior. An automatic lasered into middle. Sandman down and the round's over here. It's Sailor in 1v4.
I don't even know what hit him right there. That was all according to plan there. Quick trade even to Walco. So the one little blind spot I feel like is so quickly recovered. And a quick headshot out of Automatic's rifle to finish the job. That one looked just clinical. Easy for EG. And that's a full gun round that just gets swiped aside right there from EG. Like, that's all the tools right there. You set yourself up for success, and you were just blasted out of the server.
Yeah, this is a merciless Evil Geniuses right now. Nade Molly combo to just drop the entry fragger. Walco takes a step forward. Individual fight gained. Like really on the individual front, Walco is just feels like he's outplaying an entire team on his own. But now he has help with automatic. And Evil Geniuses still want to keep pushing down this B lane. They want to keep leveraging their advantages, and they will. Zaylor down early on. Automatic taking flak. Doesn't matter. He gets a second. George follows up. And a 2v5. Nothing much to be said here as the round's done again. Flawless this time from Evil Geniuses.
Oh my goodness. Just stepping up with some dominance right there. Again, back-to-back rounds where it just looks deadly here. They've got 3 AKs right now to rock with for EG. They got Walco on the A1S and an Op in Junior's hand, so you got all of these incredible tools, and they're just landing the shots to back it up. Now Automatic's taking the space, taking Walco's role of just landing all of these kills on the B side of things. You're gonna again probably just keep pedal to the metal right now. HE's doubling up right now to do more damage. MDS down early. They only have 1 player towards middle, so you know they're looking to take that fight towards B again.
Yeah, Walco, smoke. That extinguishes the Molly. Ready to peek. Down bottom mid once again. Now Kajoma also eating tags, but Sandman just absolutely takes this round into his hands. Swings out of A main, almost drags automatic with him. Still a 4 versus 4, and Kajomo not really in a position to capitalize on this, but look what it's done to the rotations. Hex takes his eyes off of B ramp, while the rest of Take Flight take the B site.
Oplurk over towards the A side of things, selling a lot of rotates right now, but Hex isn't so convinced here. He's still ready to steady his aim.
Discount him.
Oh, don't clear him.
And Junior missing shots, but Hex still alive. And Junior will connect. Still a 2v3, but Coach almost so darn far away. Hi there. Oh, Walco heard him. Walco needs this frag. Kojomo the same. This duel means the round, and Kojo couldn't hit it, but Gabe is locking things down all on his own. It's now 1v1. Swing to sight, though, and Walco's prepared. Walco handles both remaining players for Take Flight to keep nearly a clean sheet. It's 9-1.
Oh, you gotta like painfully laugh that one off right there if you're Kojomo on that flank. You think that there's no way there's someone flanking this late into the round. He had such a good read on the lurk right there, but Lavka plays it very patient, and in doing so, he catches someone with his knife chasing him and still closes out the clutch versus an on-fire Gabe. They just found 2 of his teammates. You know he's feeling confident for that last swing. It's tough to cool someone off like that, but Lavka, he's way more hot right now on the server. 14-5 for him. Out towards the middle. No dice for Sandman this time around.
Tough beats, tough beats. No opening kill. Sandman has been getting the success for Take Flight, but it's not happening in this one. It is Gabe, though, these last couple. Junior just gets rocked. And the B site open again as Gabe continues it.
Oh.
He's gonna go for 3. Takes the B site all on his own to keep Take Flight in it.
My God. Oh, this little dance in the smoke. I feel like MDS might have gotten blocked by something, but maybe he doesn't register that. And now diving on into the fray here.
The site?
Gabe, he thinks it's his teammate.
Gabe thinks it's his teammate, but it's automatic jumping through the cave smoke. MDS surely has to have this kill locked in, right? Once the smoke fades, it's gonna be the last thing they expect. Zaylor as well. Excellent shooting. MDS follows up. Tag team duo to lock in the round for Take Flight. It gets a bit awkward with automatic. But Take Flight trying to break EG's streak here on Ancient.
I just love how much pure confusion and chaos is going on in that round. Can you imagine if you're Gabe right there and you get flanked, just posted on an angle, you thought it was your teammate, you were certain it was your teammate. You're so focused on your crosshair and the mini-map, nothing seen, and that's just a bit wild right there, but it is going to be a chance for 3 here at the best, which maybe isn't ideal, but you can still work with that.
Toying with nades out middle right now. Automatic's gonna get deleted. He tried to break his own smoke, and Kojima was ready. Trades back and forth. Walco aggressive on B ramp, but doesn't fire off the shot. Gabe probably wasn't prepared for it there, Walco. Maybe looking at his mini-map and loses out on that fight, but two go back. Hext and George clawing back at this one. Evil Genius has maintained the advantage.
Able to close out on a couple of these crucial kills here. Zaylor and MDS, do they want to walk through that smoke here? Hex, a really well-placed smoke. Tossed on out, gonna be blown open though. There's the wake-up call, the double swing comes through, but Hex is still able to clothesline MDS.
Yeah, that's an excellent one. Let's pick up the bomb here. Zaylor gonna underhand a smoke to at least garner a cross. But Junior,
Oh, he's gonna go
no
through this.
respect. He's gonna walk right through it, but he didn't rush. Doesn't matter. It's actually George's shots through the smoke that are gonna lock it in, and that's gonna be a 10-2 half here for Evil Geniuses. Can they keep the streak going? Can Take Flight go higher than 2? Evil Geniuses are on the warpath. Is 2 all they get. Take Flight could only muster a pair of rounds in the first half, and Evil Geniuses have limited all of their opponents to that very number. Can we get a pistol? Can we get anything else here for Take Flight? A little bit of hope to carry this 6-3 hype they started the season off with. I'm fine, Joe McCall, Extra McHenry. History or something in the making for sure.
Absolutely. They're looking to lock themselves in. Try and beat the record of their enemies in that last matchup. They're trying to break the 2 deadlock that EG have constantly been besting. They can't make it past that smoke, and Walko's already found an entry. This is going to be a really deadly split. As you can see, everyone's falling to the aggression here. Once the entries come through, they do not stop flowing, but Zayler at least going to answer back with a nice little 2-piece of his own, and MDS has a big flank.
Hold on. They're going to turn it around. Zayler and MDS trying to drag his squad back into it, but I don't think Automatic has been spotted. Not recognized here. Head turned and head sent off by Automatic. Zayler now only on 24 HP as well. Does not make this any easier. He's going to have to jump through the murder hole here in Temple and hope and pray. And it almost does, but just couldn't connect the headshots with the dual Berettas. 11 rounds to Evil Geniuses, 2 away from keeping this absolute blowout streak alive.
I mean, just not relenting here. And again, this is a roster who I've been impressed with. I think you look at yesterday's win, and I feel like Rocket, they still have a lot of work to be done here. They've had a pretty rough road on this season so far. Take Flyte, you can't say the same. They played incredibly well, but it just seems like it's the same result once again. Just utter dominance. MDS is going to look to step up, though, and at least deliver some ground here on the CT side. Might be able to break some of that deadlock.
That's something. A great opening kill here from MDS, but he's kind of pinned in. But, I mean, this MP9 is hard to hit, and he will survive this engagement with Automatic to actually solidify an advantage, but we have to push down Autumn G Jr.
Ooh.
Oh, he was waiting for the flash, instead turns away, not prepared for Zayler. Walko, though, trying to take advantage of it, and Gabe delivers on his front. Everyone from Take Flight fracking out. Just Hex remaining here, trying to complete a 1v5, and we might see a 3rd round from an EG opponent. Hex has to hold it down. He does get another. No. No. It's now a 1v2 here for Hex, and he has 50 seconds to work with. Walks into Sandman, and there it is. A 3rd round versus Evil Geniuses.
Finally, someone able to break that here and give themselves some life. What a way to win around. Everyone just winning their duels. It got a little bit dicey there towards the tail end when Hex starts to chirp up, but MP9s, like you said, they can be really tricky if you're able to just run and gun. If you're able to just keep that mobility rolling. They find themselves a lot of success right there. We're going to see the immediate force buyback, though, for EG. They're not happy with that last loss. They're going to try and continue to press the metal to the floor here. Fast, off spawn, A-call, deep molly in from Kajomo. He has to dance with these fights.
Uh-oh, and he's running out of ammunition. Doesn't matter. He gets ran down by pistols. Sandman next, out in the open, head armorless versus these pistols. He goes down easy. MDS still battling, trying to keep this game, this map alive for Take Flight, while Walko's trying to rip it away from him. Has an auto shotgun picked up from Gabe. Uses it versus Zayler. It's just the IGL here. MDS, he's taken down by a scavenged rifle. 12-3.
What on earth was that? Red Kajomo was just trying to spam through the smoke with an A1S. If he had an A4, I kind of understand it a little bit more. We know the A4 can tear through and it has that extra ammo, but spamming that smoke when a pistol rush is coming your way with 20 bullets is going to certainly lead to that exact result. Instant demise there on that A side. And they just take way too much space. Walker continuing to be a thorn in Take Flight's side. While they maybe find 3, they might not get much more than that.
Yep, well, it's been 1 round, it's been 2 rounds, now it's been 3 rounds. Take Flight at least keeps something alive here with a desperation force backed up against the wall on their map pick. On what would probably be considered their best map. And the next one up is Mirage. That's Evil Genius's confidence pick. Let's see if MDS can hold things down. He does. He does get the headshot in with the 5-7. Starts to pound against Take Flight. Automatic picks up MVS. Now a 3 versus 3. No kits on this play either, so they have to be fast, and they are. They're leaping through smokes and getting these kills down, but Zayler basically has to stick it at this point. Automatic waiting for this smoke to fade. He might be granted the opportunity, or will he not?
Still up.
It's not gonna work. This smoke lasting forever. Zayler sticks it in. Automatic, though, has something to say at the end of it.
What on earth right there? Just, I mean, I felt like that smoke just wouldn't go away. Just leave me.
Are you gonna
Automatic was
fade?
just waiting. for it to leave, but it just never did. And it is a nice little way to close out with the extra kills there. It's not really the end of the world. EG stumbling a little bit, but it's only a slip up. Again, they still have themselves 8 chances. When you win a round and everyone goes down, you're up against map point, I feel like it doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence, but hey, maybe they can rally off of that. Comeback is coming through. Gabe.
Okay.
He's gonna make it true right there. What a spam.
I didn't even know you could do that with an Kojimo long range. Does frag one back, but deadly here for Take Flight. Automatic flicks up, headshot delivered. 3 versus 3. MDS still alive though, up on the catwalk. Trying to frag back on this one, and Junior can't trade. Look at this refrag as well from Sailor. It's very coordinated here from Take Flight. Want to stay in this one, and a nade sinks right onto Automatic's feet.
Back.
Does not make this one easy. One goes back.
They're playing dodgeball.
Just hold. Oh my goodness.
You catch. You catch.
But still, there's a jailbreak, and everyone comes back. Might be Take Flight in this one as Sailor picks up the last in absolute chaos. It's 5 for Take Flight.
Nicely done right there. You said something very key. That coordination was very impressive. They get a little fight up in towards the top of cave, and they also fight down ramp as well, but it's this push and pull of attention. One kill from one side, and then the other swings forward, and it's just constant distractions here for evil geniuses to try and chase. We do have some goofy economic management here. That's what I like to call it. We got the force buys out. But hey, you're this close to closing out. They're just going to look to do it early. Walko and Automatic, they're like, guys, we got to buckle down here. Close this game out. Let's just save. Meanwhile, George, Hex, and Junior are like, but what if we win now?
Yeah. Why not get this one over quickly? We can win this round. We won't have to win the next. Things get weird as Sandman needs to dink, and all the pistols are hitting headshots. Still, Kojimo keeping Take Flight in it. 3 versus 3, dancing behind the boxes, but we all know how this one could go. Maybe one headshot can break open the site, and that's where Hex finds his frag. Kojimo still staying alive. He needs a refrag, but is gonna bail on it. We had to keep fighting there, and Gabe's like,
he's like, where are you going? Wrong way.
they're not. I mean, and he's gonna take the reins on this one too. You ran away. I'm gonna fight. Junior now in the clutch, and Gabe's gonna take all the kills. Kojimo, why are you running?
The side is that way. Where are you going? Dude, he actually just watching that thought process go through right there as Kojo's just trying to escape. Gabe's just like, let me handle this. Oh, what a wild game.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really run away
And now
from that
Automatic and
situation.
Walko are buying.
I can't believe, like, what is going on, guys? Boys.
I guess they didn't go super crazy though. They still have a little bit of reserve.
Yeah.
I don't know what the loss
yeah.
bonus is like right now, but it's not like 3,400. I know that for a fact. So.
It actually is getting pretty close. What a nade! Okay, I mean, hey, there's some setups here from Take Flight. And this is MR12, folks. Because Take Flight only 6 rounds away, dare I say it.
Unbelievable.
It's not as far away as you think right now.
It's 6 rounds in a row. Only, well, I guess now 5. After this one gets complete. Do you have a little bit of economic goofery going on? The EG camp. Again, I feel like so far this whole game they've been playing with the reins unleashed here. We might have to rein it in just a little bit. Might have to, you know, lock in to close this thing out here before Take Flight. Build up that confidence, that momentum.
Yeah, we have some, definitely some tomfoolery. from EG. We talked about how their wins were absolutely merciless. But Take Flight have had some individual moments to drag them back into the game. I'm just still laughing at Gabe, just staring at Kajoma running away from the site. Like, you gotta see, what are you doing? It's like, where are you going?
Where are you going? Wrong way. Ooh.
I have not seen something like that. Because, oh man. I mean, in a 2v3, you're supposed to be fighting. Like, you can't run away. You're in a disadvantage. If you let them plant, you're just gonna be in a worse position than you were if you were fighting on the site.
Well, you see, if you run away though, and then Gabe gets all the kills, then you win the round straight up. Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
MDS
Okay,
got the gator.
Oh, this is nasty. 1-2. There's no way he gets an extra though. I mean, George might have to say, I thought you were watching my back, but he was.
A little bit unlucky there. Might be frustrating to lose, or at least die in that sort of fashion, but not the end of the world here. It is a 1-for-1 trade at the end of the day. Very manageable for the T side.
Ooh, Sandman peeking back in from middle, about to walk into multiple players. Walker with nades in hand. The spray, though, was not clean enough. He couldn't make a clean getaway. Gabe, on the other side, pushes through Cave, hits a timing on the junior. Hex, though, trying to frag, put back the taps. Oh, it's awkward. Everyone's low here for Evil Geniuses. And Zaylor also hearing this pushback. He's going to just take this kill on a Hex. Someone has to pick up the bomb in 18 seconds. It has to be automatic. Now 10 remaining, and Zaylor just needs to just tuck away. No real chance here for automatic. He has to strafe on into the site. Easy does it. Take Flight. 4 rounds the difference now, Cole. It's all of a sudden in sight.
Yeah, didn't expect this one to go the distance here. Honestly, I was kind of joking at one point when we saw the UMP out, and I said the comeback is real. I didn't think that it was super real at that point, but the way that this game has been shaping up, it has been all EG all day. But Take Flight, again, they're doing what I said they need to do. They're forcing some respect. Actually, they're playing, you know, like this is just another day of competition here. Like, they're not going up against one of the best ECL teams in the division here. I love the CT proactivity that they're going through. I love the fact that they're willing to push with an auto shotty on a gun round towards middle. That doesn't really show signs that you're an underdog team here. That shows signs that now you're feeling a little bit of confidence here.
A great solid setup between Gabe and MBS. That's being heard. Gabe up close. A4 is the weapon for the job. And oh, it's
my
MBS. 3 kills lined up. USP for the 4th. And now that deficit is 3.
This is getting very scary here. EG don't know what hit them. 9 rounds now found from Take Flight. 10-2. They lose the pistol as well. That could have been the curtains on this one. But they answer back with an eco. They've been saving themselves losses by winning on ecos here. They've already won 2 so far in this half to keep Evil Geniuses at bay here. 3 more chances for them. But it feels like by now they already know that they've let it slip a little bit too far, that they've given the confidence that Take Flight need to close this one out, take it into OT.
It's been 6 rounds in a row, 3 to go. Maybe, just maybe. No one's occupying this B site, though. Evil Geniuses could shift walk up onto B, but the problem is the bomb is not in position. They can't necessarily take full advantage of an empty B site at the moment. It is still not clear. Gabe. Not sure he's spotted. Junior certainly has been, though, and MDS jumps into 2 waiting Ts. Now the bomb arrives.
Ooh.
Zaylor, the pressure's on you.
Oh, he's not covering him, and there's a big kill back. That's a bomb dropped on Catwalk. Zaylor still doesn't have to resurface just yet. Round becomes very awkward. Rotations arriving onto the scene. An automatic has to be the one to disrupt them. Here's that bomb finally being planted, though, and that CT spawn control is going to be something that they need to keep. There's automatic with a kill on the flank as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, he is isolated from this play. Ultimately, there's still a real opportunity, but Walker can toy with his opponents. I mean, look at this. An unbelievable crossfire awaits these CTs. Sandman walks into the op first. Walko's going to lock it in. And that is going to end the comeback efforts from Take Flight. Of course, at the end of the day, they only needed one Evil Genius. Still a good effort.
Yeah, I mean, again, they made him work for that closure there, and at the end of the day, they made that scoreline look a lot better than a 13-2, which is what that could have been when you turn that second half and you get the pistol round loss handed to you. So a lot of moments where I could have said, you know, and could have understood Take Flight, just lay down and die on that map, and they were able to fight all the way back. Credit to them. But again, EG gave themselves such a massive lead that all they needed, like you said, was one more round, and that's what they were able to do.
Yeah, I mean, all things said, some confidence shown towards the end out of Take Flight. Again, there were some moments, but we didn't get to see Kojomo really bring a hard carry performance, and I think he was sorely needed in some of those T-side rounds, needing to manufacture opening picks. I mean, I guess it's a sign of the confidence as well. I mean, again, the part where he's taking fights for on that A side and he just runs out of there, maybe it's a bit of a sign that we're not on lock completely tonight. And now we're moving to Mirage. It's Evil Genius's confident pick. I'm not feeling too enthralled right now from the performance of Take Flight, but still a chance to course correct. We'll be back after a short one here. Mirage up next. Let's see if Take Flight can keep living up to the hype.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
up to the stars. High up in the sky. Look up to the stars. High up in the sky.
All right, and so we're back on into the series. Evil Geniuses versus Take Flight, making our way to Mirage. Take Flight, they showed some confidence towards the end of it. I'll give them credit for that, but Evil Geniuses are looking like, well, the unkillable gods they should be here in ECL. I'm buying Joe Colex, McHenry, pistol round all the way. It's a confidence pick of Evil Geniuses here.
Absolutely, and they're going to look to assert that here. HE goes in early, doesn't do as much damage as you'd think here. The flashbang doesn't work either. Easily avoided, and that will be the site claimed right there. That was the big defensive measure, was that little belt of utility, and now they're going to have to play the retake.
The old classic Astralis execute that we've been seeing for like 5 years of Mirage, and it works out wonderfully. Gabe, that flash a little too telegraphed, so the rest of his team will have to bear the brunt. Hex up top on the trash can here, and missiles helped out by Junior dispatching of Sandman. Kojimo has one right back. Good headshot in. Maybe a retake effort? No. Quickly shut down by Automatic and Junior. Now just Zaylor out in the open, swung by literally 4 players. And that is Evil Geniuses who will scoop up the pistol.
Nicely done at the start right there, just out of the gates, find that entry, then they set themselves up for success in the post plant. That CT spawn control is absolutely necessary. Once they establish that dominance, they are able to close out from there. Well set up. Evil Geniuses start off their confidence pick exactly how they'd hope. They're going to roll it back towards that A side pretty quickly here. As you can see, bomb heading that way. 4 players, only 1 towards middle. Ooh, what a start from MDS.
Bye-bye. Junior hits the dirt quick, but George takes that opportunity to sneak out from Tetris. So that 1 kill, not completely round defining. In fact, George just has a money position. No one even aware of this possibility. He's crossed all the way to triples. MDS just going to run through the smoke. Absolutely. And George is going to meet him on the other side. Gabe does deliver, however, on another promise. Unfortunately, couldn't find the head of Wolko. A good effort, but there's still extras in this round. Sandman, oh, that just unfortunately heard. Loud and clear, but a flank developing from the side of Kojimo. Maybe, just maybe, there's something here.
Even if he just finds 1 kill in this flank towards Palace, could be enough to disrupt things here. Automatic, is he going to have the presence of mind to cover this here? Just about turns around in time. Still taking some flack here by Kojimo's USP, and a headshot and a kill. He wins out the head-to-head. That is unreasonable right there. Not supposed to get away with that.
Extension of Walker drawn away, but oh, George, they had to clear his corner here. George is going to be good for 2, and that's going to lock in the round. Kojima was hoping that 2 could beat 1, but George has just been an absolute menace. You can see Kojima still trying to keep some players closer to the bomb, but he's keeping himself close to the bomb as well. He's just going down to it straight up. He should be able to survive at this range, but maybe not to Walko. Nope. Bye-bye. And that's 2-0 there for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, that bomb actually does quite a bit right there. Without armor, can catch you by surprise right there. Not able to escape, so no AK, but really gonna have guns out anyway, so all is good. Good damage on the way out. I mean, even Kojima winning that duel straight up, pretty impressive. So we'll get back into the action here once again. Evil Geniuses off to the 2-0 start. No force buy to work up against in that last round, but they did get some good damage. A UMP out for Gabe. Interesting purchasing coming through here. We'll see what it can do.
Kojimo looking like me and the pugs right now. You have over $4,750. We are buying an op. Blast cannon on him.
Ooh.
However, it's MDS who delivers.
No
and an
way.
absolute timing just hit here by Gabe. But he not real. Oh, now he does. Hi there, Hex. I mean, unbelievable timing nailed. Junior will trade out at least, but Hex has got to be a little furious with that.
I can't believe what just came through. Ducking right underneath him. That's gonna at least contain the advantage. Continue it. George. He's gonna have the right molly there. Certainly is. It's gonna immediately force him off Zaylor. And yeah, it takes care of him as well. That's beautiful from George. There goes your B anchor.
And look at the pressure it puts on Sandman. Oh, he just made noise inside a ladder room. Surely these players on Cat heard that, or maybe they didn't. Sandman with one, but not the second. Junior does deliver on that front. It's 2v2 in as well. George creeping out of the apartments. Kojimo. Oh, he misses the shot. This is mission critical for Kojimo. He gets wrapped up by George. He needed to connect. And now MDS is just put in an impossible situation.
Wow, that's devastating right there. Kojimo, that critical shot misses and costs him. His life could cost him the round unless MDS can bail him out.
Junior he's out in the open right now. George only now clearing catwalk. Oh, but he one tapped them.
Okay, dude. Okay.
Alrighty, buddy.
That is
all right.
Just I thought he wasn't gonna clear it, and then he goes back. I don't think he saw anything either. He just get a doop, little doop. He's gone. That is that's beautiful.
I mean, George is just on an absolute tear today, should I mention. And you just put him on, like, a home turf. This is like a nouns map. Evil geniuses are just gonna slap him down on. Again, it's a confidence map pick here from Evil geniuses. Everyone knows how to frag here. Walko and Automatic are gonna add to the madness. Same goes for Hex. It's Mirage FFADM.
Get your eeks while you can, while they're hot. Before they get the rifles. Like Sandman. Sandman. He's gonna get out of dodge here, at least try to. He's gotta fight his way out of this position. And he should be sidelined from T-spawn. He's just distracting him. Oh!
Ooh!
Oh, poor Automatic.
He doesn't go down. I mean, Sandman, he goes down with the fight. He has something to say towards the end of it. No fun and games with you, George. Toying with him, Sandman realizes something's up here.
Yeah, this guy isn't swinging me. Why would he not swing me? There's only one reason. That's how much the mind games have taken over. Good little flare there from Sandman. To find one extra on his way out, but it's another scary start for EG. Going for the all-out B rush here.
Smoke here. George gonna take an opportunity to push past that up to the corner. Zaylor, though, top of Van. You're running out of ammo, though, and then falls right into George's crosshair. Sandman on the hold, but only good for one. Good aim. Maybe not good enough. Kojo mispositioned. Hexed. Gets that one locked in. Takes a lick of flame, but it doesn't matter with the bomb plants in and no kits. Tough scenes for Take Flight.
Oh, there's one big kill. They've made their way out of market as well.
Oh, man. Automatic is none the wiser to this as well, but ring around the rosy, around the smokes. Gade, back turn, but so is Hexed. Now it's Automatic inside of these smokes. You gotta wonder, where is he right now? He misses his opportunity, but then Gabe walks into the spray. Now the 1v1, and MDS just basically has the full stick. It Automatic just barraging him with flashbangs, and there's no winning this for MDS. It's a one round for Evil Geniuses. He'll walk away with the kill, a good effort, but I don't even think he survives the bomb. 5-0 EG.
On the shelf right there. Left it cool off at the tail end of that round. A really nice attempt there and the retake, but it's just not enough. Just not enough. Automatic able to close things out right there. Finish the job and lock things in. Going to move them on up 5-0. Need to see a little bit more depth come through early game here. Take Flyte. They've shown us what they can do late into these games when their back's against the wall. But in the early stages here, they want to find themselves some ground.
Looking to do it here. MDS covering a lot of turf, but about to be meeting, I mean, a full team in front of them. There's a flashbang. I mean, it's so up for you, man. No chance at winning that. Zaylor's Deagle has to do everything, and second man in line, Hex, will drop him. B-site overrun again. They haven't planted the bomb, keep in mind. They left it at default. It's like, plant it after we get all the kills. It just shows the confidence here from EG.
Poor Sandman getting leveled out. At least able to walk away with a single kill. Meanwhile, they got Walco lurking. Now towards the safe side, Kojomo just walking over towards mid. It's just missed his chance to catch a free Walco. I just look to hold on to this 5-7. Maybe gets an omp to come his way, and that's a nice upgrade, but things shaping up even better for EG. You just said it perfectly, though, at the start of this. This is a confident pick for Evil Geniuses. I mean, Ancient felt super comfortable for them, and then they head into their own pick here, Mirage, and it's just very dominant.
I mean, this more or less started out the same here on Ancient as well. But honestly, I have a lot more hope for Take Flight's CT side. I think individually speaking, each player is holding their own. Like Sandman has been hitting shots, obviously. But Evil Geniuses have been playing a really, I think, balanced game. There's a bit of disrespect in between, but you can see that they're just not... They're showing some patience. They're showing a bit of discipline, and they're getting easily rewarded there. You see MDS just in an impossible position when face down with 3 players and the flashbangs as well to back it up.
They're just getting away with so many early opening picks here. I like that they pluck Kojomo to try and find the op early. Not as deep as I would have thought on this aggression here. Playing a pretty far back angle. Ooh!
Oh!
Zaylor, though, he's just plucked one right out of the server. Deep molly combined with the spam.
Laser beams too! He gets both in back abs. Unbelievable. Kojomo, that angle does not exist in CS2 anymore, but he'll hit the shot the good old-fashioned way. Hex down. Kojomo still advancing. Feeling confident just as Junior lets go of the line. Kojomo just pressing forward. Oh my goodness, this guy is a lunatic. He jumps past the angle. Surely a double swing. No, it's Walco. Hands him the shoulder. Now Junior put in the 1v5. But Kojomo and Zaylor putting this first round on the board to Take Flight. I want to toss this one out too.
Not a bad idea.
Watch out below, spectators. There's a couple ops.
You know, he's not going to be able to have an op here, and that was just off the back of some lack of discipline right there that you're going to watch back and be kind of gritting your teeth at, right? Because you re-swing, you re-peak with a 5-7, you get that kill, you end things early. That's really nice, but you go down and you maybe don't expect fully to get punished without having an op, but really good decision making there from Junior. There's no money to reinvest into it, and the op was a huge part of that success. I mean, Zeller certainly finding 2 through the wall can't hurt, but Kojomo being there to back up that B-bomb site helped out as well to secure.
Oh, we have some mid-aggression here. 2 players advancing. But if they overstep, it's Junior's op on the other end. Maybe they don't realize the potential threat. Junior flicks over, but it's only through the wall. The trade is there from Walco, though. He completes the frag. Automatic with a follow-up onto MDS to compound the issues here for Take Flight. Gabe searching for answers, but Automatic will not provide any.
Should get a free peek here. There you go. 2 kills right on back.
Okay.
And Gabe able to reply with a kill apiece there, and we're right back into equal stead. Even still, I mean, pretty even on each team. Junior's down low.
Oh, but swing there
Wow.
from Gabe. Maybe a miscommunication on where these players could potentially be. The 3v3 just goes up in smoke. Joma does have a line for a moment as Walco just deletes him. Zaylor, 16 HP. And now his position known, the clutch becomes more difficult. But Junior's also on 8 HP, but side turn and right through the wall. Not wasting any time getting the full sight picture. Fires it through the corner. 7-1 EG.
Nicely done right there. I mean, that one does put down to a couple weird decisions. Gabe right there, like you said, I feel like that has to be the case, right? The communication of where they could be, because that was some bold play coming through there that you'd only do if you knew you were going to be up against one or something along those lines. EG, though, really punishing the aggression there towards middle quite nicely. They have the buddy system. They're able to wield those opening picks full effect. And this elevated angle. Ooh, not good for the opener, though.
Yeah. A missed opportunity, but we will see. I mean, Junior taking pot shots, but no mid control at the end of the day. This duel means everything, though, and Hex absolutely nails it. But one back, Kojimo at least answers. Problem is, mid has fallen, retaking here. Even all of these entries working out. Zaylor, a desperate attempt with the MP9 to keep things in contention, calling over for Kojimo, but a player bottom gone he wasn't ready for. Automatic flips the gap. And Zaylor in a very tough position.
Definitely got a little bit blindsided there.
Oh.
Automatic. Able to readjust in time, just composes himself and finds the headshot. That is impressive. 8-1 now. Pain Train does not stop anytime soon. And probably a bit of whiplash there. EG, so much investment towards middle in that last round. And then in the very next breath, they have Hex ready to default and Palace to deal with the punished aggression, so really well played there.
And just like Ancient, it's a very heavy lead for Evil Geniuses. They keep up all of this pressure. George does get to sneak out of A main, and player top of Palace Valk was not spotted. Sandman at least gets away with one, but always to you right back. Kojimo leaping through the stairs smoke, and again, 1-for-1 trades, not what Take Flight are looking for here.
Looking to double out towards A side here. They're waiting for some sort of re-aggression. They might want to wait for Automatic to also be in a position where he can activate here, but they're being very disciplined in this 3v2. Which I do appreciate here. EG, they've been playing a very active style all throughout. And now, yeah, that's what they were waiting for right there. That's exactly what they wanted.
Yep, just a little bit of aggression. An overstep. An easy kill, but it's getting weird now. Zaylor inside of spawn. Now down to 20. Somehow has to do this with the 5-7, as well as Automatic closing in. Junior will finish the job. And the 5-7 crisis averted. As Evil Geniuses keep running up the tally here. 9 now.
See. They could get the same scoreline here, another 10-2 half. Or Evil Geniuses just continue to press the issue. Absolutely domineering performance here so far. They want to take this mid control again. This time they have Gabe on the secondary op to do so here. More ops, less problems here.
Ooh.
Wait, they have triple op. Zaylor, he's hopping over towards me. I thought that was Kojo because he's been doing it earlier, but then another op. Gabe, he's got it. They've seen 2 oppers and they haven't even seen Kojo yet.
But there's a problem.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
these 2 op kills, but EG still have the better positioning here. There's potential to frag back. That kill from Walko is excellent too. Sandman hunting for the kill and he can't find it.
Oh no!
Now he's just out in the open. Easy pickings for Junior. It's
They're
just the
flanking
triple
Zaylor.
ops remaining, and Zaylor is cooked here. There is no surviving this. Hello there. Nice
Boink.
AWP. That's a B site.
Oh, and another up.
Oh,
Kojo's blasted. Oh my god. And now in towards the B site here, it's gonna be a locked in bomb plant, and poor Gabe has to rotate all the way around. Op retake.
It was looking so good. Triple ops. But everything else goes wrong. He's glass cannon. The only thing he's got to help himself out in this retake is a Zeus. I ain't liking his odds. He's out of there. Triple ops, not enough. Even with the double opener. Automatic, the secret agent.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, that's just not the way I thought that run would go here with Zeller and Gabe both finding op opening picks. But like you said though, that space creation right there, the boost up in towards window, and then the crucial kill from Walco and the staying alive factor as well is just so huge. It's again at least going to be 10-2 here, but a chance for even extra here for EG. And with how things have been shaping up, they looked to stop for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you have to look to the second half. Maybe some consolation rounds here for Take Flight, but this one has the numbers 2-0 written all over it. And a quick one. But Gabe, okay! I mean, opening 3 kills for Take Flight. Surely this is enough to lock it in. Welcome. He finished the fallback.
Oh
Okay! Oh, that's brutal. 15 HP for Walco. And a Zeus on the other side. There we go.
Why not? Now automatic with a 1v5.
Seek revenge.
This isn't the first time we've seen a 1v5 from this position.
Oh, I'm just... Don't remind me, Cole. Don't remind me. Wasn't necessarily automatic to do it, though. And Sandman will lock it in. Another 10-2 half in this series. Can Take Flight somehow turn it around? They've got an uphill battle, to say the least. Evil Geniuses, as per usual, towering over their opposition right now. 10-2 once again. Could they get a pistol to just get this one over with, or will take flight? Give us some hope. I'm fine. Drop a call X McHenry. Already midway through the site take and into jungle. Take flight. Putting the pressure on, and Junior can't handle it. We have a little bit of a post plant here. A chance for take flight.
Got to start with the pistol here. Don't want to dig themselves in that same deep hole of having to win 9 rounds in a row like they did on Ancient, and they might be able to avoid that. With a big pistol here, it's just going to be a 2v5. George and Hex left last standing.
And it's a Glock.
Pick that one up. Wait. Oh, okay. I guess he got it in T-spawn with someone.
It definitely did. It didn't matter, though, as Hex gonna try and put up a little bit of... Oh, my... Oh, I was thinking someone was gonna bring out the cutlery there. I don't know who it was. Zaylor will take it down by conventional means. It'll be the pistol for take flight.
That's what they needed right there. I mean, again, if they want a chance in this one, they saw the huge issue of starting on... What was it? Down 11 to... Or 12 to, like, 4 or 5, and it's just not enough, really. So, it's going to be take flight with their opportunity. Of course, you're getting those force buys here to keep the pressure upon the side of take flight. If they can just win on the eco, all that talk will be nullified very quickly.
Walko, though. He's giving it his best shot, but headshot as a result. Hello there, though. Player jumps right into George, who's somehow still alive for the moment. But Junior does bring a deagle headshot to the table. Anything extra from these pistols could be in the world, and you can see the take flight are really uneasy about this one. Hex. Up to no good. Needed the sight down to 11 points of health, though. Problematic. Chances running thin here for Evil Geniuses, as MBS will lock it in with the smoke spam. And that's... Alright, pistol plus conversion. Anything more than that?
Going to the full eco here. You have to be a little bit more disciplined on the CT side economy. That's what we'll see. No investments. Freebie for the 5th round. It only becomes a 5-round game. It is on the CT side, though, of Mirage. I've seen a lot of teams really thrive in the way that you can take this control here. Imagine EG is going to be one of those rosters.
I mean, it could be more of the same. Again, take flight. You don't want to necessarily be a team that gets all their momentum once, you know, the scoreline is this far behind. But this is going to be the opening 3 rounds of the half. All I will say is so far, it's numbers on the board. That being, I mean, what I'm saying is not super meaningful rounds just yet. The next one will really speak the most here. Junior gets an op. Walko walks into the molly a little bit. Now the jig's up. Cole, they don't have the bomb.
Oopsie.
Someone ought to go get that. Just imagine if someone was in T-spawn. Just imagine. Just imagine, because there isn't any. And take flight will have won their full eco. Big surprise.
Nice and easy right there.
Alrighty, alrighty.
Ooh, got a cheeky little pause there.
Little pause coming through here for take flight and Evil Geniuses. I mean, this is the round that means a whole lot. Why do I feel like Junior's just gonna jump out mid or like bottom connector and just go for this the absolute classic aggressive op play to lead off? Is that a little too predictable, or am I on the money?
Do you think might be a little bit predictable. I feel like Evil Genius is looking to throw a wrench in the system here. Take Flyte, just try and disrupt them early. They've been playing that all throughout the entire side of Ancient, just to try and throw that pressure down on Take Flyte. And they've been getting away with it quite a bit, so when the timing out expires, we'll see if they can bring that energy once again. Oh, just kidding. We're back.
So, hey man, I'm always a big fan of the jump out window here, but Junior doesn't necessarily have the spawn for it. It actually is feasible. Never mind. I think I'm getting I'm getting the numbers wrong on the mini map. He's closer more towards the A side, so trying to predict these opening plays. Right now, the question is what Take Flyte are going to bring to the table. Sometimes you might think the op could be in play or not. I think you just have to play like it is. So, no mid presence at all for the T side. Well, full mid presence for Evil Geniuses to start.
We've been doing this a couple of rounds now in a row here. This heavy defaulting towards the B side of things. And, oh, that could have been a freebie. A huge opener, but it's missed. Instead, it's going to be George to recover. Zeller's down early. They're hoping to sell some rotates and kind of getting some ground over towards that A side as well. They're executing both sides of the map right now.
Problematic, though, as again, Kojimo nades in hand, and the bomb was still in T-spawn. No capitalization on the map control. MDS makes his way up connector and eats some flak in the back. And we'll try to drop down bottom middle. Instead, however, Gabe finds more space. Still more chances here. Hex running out of ammo, just barely gets that kill on MDS. But Sandman walking out of A main, and a little lackadaisical there. Sandman out in the open. That's the bomb spotted.
It's going to just be a race to T-spawn right now, and Sandman's not going to win out on that exchange. He's going to lose out on that foot race here quite a bit, but Hex doesn't have enough HP to win this fight comfortably.
It's called back in automatic, though, and that's the bomb. Sandman trying to rotate to his teammate, and Gabe starts to realize the helplessness of this situation. Running and jumping out window. Automatic hears everything. I mean, yeah, he could toy with his opponents, but Gabe is just going to scoop up the op and leave. Evil Geniuses, 11 rounds to them.
Has to be the save called out. No questions asked.
Counter-terrorists win.
Okay, going to be able to bring that. I felt like right there, a lot of fights on a lot of different fronts right there, so, you know, not being able to win a lot of them is a huge problem. In the late round, led him to struggle in the 2v2. Because you have one player on the other side of the map from the bomb. So it's really difficult there to operate in those sort of situations. I kind of like the idea, though, from Take Flyte. There's a world where that works if they were able to capitalize on some of that map control. If there was players to step quicker, like MDS and his alert towards Khan.
Oh!
Automatic. Gets free range on window. No window smoke. And so he just finds 2 for free.
And it's a perfect spray as well, even at long range. He goes back in for thirds. Triple kill for automatic at top middle. It's not even the sick lineup, by the way, for the nades and the smoke. Zayler almost gets away with a double right back, though, so damage dealt. And Take Flyte, surprisingly, are still in this.
And Walker gonna give him a fight.
Aw.
But it's not one out there. Crucially, Walco closes out that duel here, and Zayler, if he wants to win this round, he's got to do it all on his own.
Yeah, just a tad bit unfortunate. And I think Zayler, if Zayler's barrel can be spotted from Cat, if Hex decides to walk forward. I think Zayler actually has a chance in this. He has open sight lines. Welcome on a very weird angle. And there you go. Zayler gets the first. Hex, though, still on catwalk, but he hears the drop down. Chance. Zayler up on the bench. Could not nail the shot. But Taylor has a smoke that gives him access in towards that A site. Real opportunities here. He gets a plant, minimum, surely.
Yeah, 100%. There's no one on this A side to deal with here. Just both players over towards Catwalk right now. Bomb finally does go down. Automatic gonna go in first to try and find this kill quickly.
Oh, but he's still out in the
edge of the
open.
smoke.
I think he was hoping for too much respect out of Evil Geniuses. Zaylor, no idea where that last player was, of course. So, have to take some risks at the end of the day. And that's series point, EG.
Counter-terrorists win.
Lock themselves in on 12. Giving themselves 7 opportunities to close. They needed quite a bit of runway on that first map to finish the job. They've given themselves it once again on their own map pick now. A bomb plant really helping take flight in their opportunities to purchase up in this one. So that's nice, at least for them. They're not left with pots and pans. This time a window smoke, which is much needed. Automatic punished you heavy for that last time around.
Cool. How aggressive in towards the apartments, and Zaylor have a good time. Interesting flash there, Junior. Meantime, Sandman has been, again, putting in work, and MDS follows up. Junior only now arriving into spawn, though, and, well, MDS not respecting it. And Sandman also in a very compromised position out towards triple. Walking up, shoulder spotted. Easy for the op to pick that apart. 3 versus 3 now all of a sudden.
You can see a boost in towards window here, Hexed. You might try and cover it, and you can see he just jiggled it. He's got some idea that that's a possibility here, but you're not going to really stick around too long to find out what's around that corner. Super focused on the connector play. Is Kojima's just going to play it out in the open? Hex could punish this.
And he does! Just swings out jungle, no problem, Gabe. I mean, an opportunity to trip ahead. He gets around the corner. He will go down as a result, but you see Junior cutting off this cross. He's so lethal. Good flashbang, though, to neutralize. Junior's dangerous off, kept at bay. However, George starts marauding up connector. And George to do George things. He just takes the individual fight, drops Gabe. Zaylor to hold on to the series here for Take Flight. First kill is good, but him versus George, a tough opponent in front of him. George, how much respect will he show? Zaylor, absolutely paranoid right now. George, unable to land the shot, though, and now time is getting a tick, and Zaylor shows up with a 1v2 when he's most needed. 6 rounds on the board for Take Flight.
That is absolutely sick right there. Beautiful clutch from Zaylor. In the back of the site, able to just pop a head off right there clean. And that'll be the lifeline granted to Take Flight here once again. Being able to further the distance in this one. Give them a little bit of runway. Give them a little bit of fight here. That you wouldn't expect when they were down. Looking out. Especially in that 2v1 when Junior starts to fire through that smoke there. Big impact. Onto the full eco. Double up in towards this apartments angle. They'll give them the fight that they're looking for. But I imagine there's going to be some sort of utility. Not quite.
Oh, a little awkward. However, Gabe does win his duel, and Hex is down next. No Walko. Trusty IGL has to deal with the USP.
Oh my
Zaylor
God.
couldn't do it. I mean, this is serious. This is serious. Sandman. Oh no, he's out in the open. He's not gonna go down to the USP. That could have been a calamity. Instead, it's Walko in a 1v3, but low HP bars all around. And no, Gabe almost went down to his teammate Smoke. Got hit by it. Kojima will lock it in. 12-7. Round by round here for Take Flight.
7 on the board. Still, again, more work to be done. They want to finish this here on the side of Evil Geniuses. They got a gun round out again, though. The fast window smoke lined up from Sandman. They toss that one down range. Give him some early ground towards mid. Seen a lot of heavy defaulting early towards that B side. We've seen some cool game plans come through here for Take Flight. Look at this one, Junior. Going for the old jump spot there into the spray down. But later going to get boosted in towards window, or rather ladder.
Okay. George is going to be able to escape and at least provide support to the B side if needed, but just as he leaves, Take Flight will fill that vacuum in middle and begin to walk up connector. George is watching, but he could get surprised as he has nades in hand, and he's going to go down. 2 kills instantly here for Take Flight. And now it's Walco down underneath. Balcony needs to, can't find it. Instead, it's Junior's paw that has to do the work. Helped out by Hex, though, in middle. Flicks the 2 targets and drops the bomb. And maybe the series here for Take Flight. Sandman has to show up. He's out in the open as well. Junior just going to take the fight and end the series there. No more comeback efforts for Take Flight. 13-7 and a clean 2-0 here for EG.
Yeah, that's an incredibly confident series right there, coming through again off of the back-to-back confident victories here. This team just continues to plow through the competition here to close out their season, constantly building that confidence despite all of these, you know, the worries here that they're going under. It seems like that's not haunting them. They're playing a very fun style of CS, and it feels like they're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I mean, there's just these little points towards the end where they lose the pistol round or lose a force spy potentially and give their opponent a chance to make a small little comeback. But overall, EG are the better team here. EG should be winning these games, and they've just been showing supreme confidence here in ECL in these last couple of days. I think they started off their season very shaky. I think they were like 3-2. They were losing to kind of some of the top dogs. You know, we have a lot of high hopes for these players, like a name like Automatic. You know, not necessarily supposed to be at the bottom of the table, of course, but absolutely course correcting here. They're now 8-2.
Yeah, I mean, leading up to be one of the top dogs in the season so far, so there's just no question if they keep on this path, they're going to get there. And again, that's going to be the key here for what these teams have been shaping up to be so far, and with how we're kind of waiting until the late season to get a lot of these games done. You know, it's going to show that there are the cream of the crop in ECL. EG is definitely one of those rosters that can lock it in. A lot of good performances. Walco playing a hell of a game, which is fun to watch as always. And on the other end of things here, again, Take Flight. They've got some tough matches to end off this season, but they've already established themselves a firm foundation. So, again, it's all about them putting up a test. And I feel like in Map 1, they certainly did that, where they made that really impressive comeback. Map 2, maybe less impressive in the comeback effort, but did make EG work a little bit.
You know, I mean, even in this loss, of course, Take Flight now only down to 6-4 and pretty confident. It's good enough to at least lock them in. They're not necessarily locked in for a top 10 slot. They need to convert some extra games, which I believe this team certainly can. But we can also just see that they have the skeleton pieces to make a very threatening lineup. We've seen some really good individual play, specifically from Sandman, from Zaylor. Just everything didn't really come together. The full machine wasn't there from Take Flight. Not an absolutely dominant game, not the 1.3 rating average from Kojomo that we were expecting. But all things said, it's EG. What can you expect?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a big key here, is that there's going to be some mental hurdles that Kojomo has to overcome when it comes to playing up against this top competition. Luckily, he has back-to-back opportunities to play the best in ECL, so that's going to be his chance to get some reps in, especially if we're talking, you know, potentially before playoffs. You get your opportunity to get those jitters out in the regular season, and, you know, if he can get up to that point of that rating, that 1.3 positioning, even close to it, even just kind of inch nearby that
1.2.
Yeah, we'll take it, right? And that's going to be a good opportunity for him to get that experience and trying to adjust, because I felt like he was playing a pretty passive style, a pretty standard setup. We saw him kind of anchoring towards that A side on CT side almost the entire half on the defense. You don't get that much variety out of him, and that was on their map pick as well. So again, that could be the case when you're playing up against those better teams.
Yeah, certainly not the same level of confidence that he's been showing against some of the lower rated team, but of course, time to course correct. The season is long, and there's still a month of runway to Take off for Take Flyte. That's going to do it here tonight for ESL Challenger League Season 46, but we got a couple more weeks of the regular season running, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We're going to be here on the B stream, so don't miss us, folks. But before we head out, the main stream is still running, PA versus M80, our banger of the night. Go ahead and check in with Mike and JRT for that absolute one after we close things down. So after myself, Cole Exner, McHenry, the admin and production squad, thank you guys so much for watching another night of ECL. We'll see you guys on another ESL broadcast.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Bye.